Daniel Nate, the bartender, wipes a glass with a dreamy, distant look. Bill Clutterbuck, the lighthouse keeper, sips tea. Sam Payton, the firefighter, polishes his brass buttons. Pat Clifton chats with Toad, who is showing off a new crystal he claims enhances spiritual vibes. Super Ted floats lightly on a stool, while Godfrey the horse stands near the door, grumbling to himself. Joe Camel leans against the bar, smoking a clove cigarette, sunglasses fixed on his face despite the dim light. Daniel softly, to himself, Emma, Lily, where are you? The door swings open. Enter Father Cana, a priest in ill-fitting vestments, teeth yellowed with gingivitis, wincing in pain as he speaks through clenched teeth. Father Cana, groaning, sweet mother of Mary, I need a holy painkiller, or a dentist, whichever comes first. Pat, Father, nice to see ya, you look like you've been kissed by the plague. Father Cana, worse, I've been to the dentist, and also our church was vandalized last night. Gasps ripple through the room. Godfrey snorts. Godfrey, vandalized? What'd they do? Painted purple. Hang up a sign that says God's on break? Father Cana, worse. They spray painted your God is a dividend on the altar, and someone left a pair of Crocs in the confessional as a sacrifice. Bill, that's not vandalism. That's performance art. Daniel, who would do such a thing? Enter Spuds Mackenzie, strutting in like he owns the place. Trench coat flapping, ear piercings catching the dim light, Hawaiian shirt partially untucked. He's munching on a cheese puff. Spuds, I know who did it. Everyone turns. Silence. Sam, do you? Spuds, me. Jet, you vandalized your own church? Spuds, not mine, mate. Never set foot in one. Needed money for the Big Hustle trademark sign. Crocs sold for £27 on eBay. The confessional graffiti? That's vintage irony. People eat that up. Daniel rubbing temples. Spuds, you can't just vandalize places for petty cash. That's low, even for you. Spuds, low? I'm elevating the discourse. Plus, Father here needs donations. I'm just jump starting the system. Father Cana, you're a blasphemer with gingivitis tendencies. Spuds, respect. I've seen your smile in the mirror. Father Cana clutches his jaw in indignation. Toad, gentlemen, I've got a much better idea. Spiritual crowdfunding. We sell blessings for £5 a pop. I already designed the merch. Holy vibes only hoodies. Super Ted. Toad, that's not how faith works. Toad, it is when you've got QR codes. Spuds, forget merch. I've got a real plan. He grins. A dangerous light flickers in his eyes. Spuds, I'm becoming Bishop Spuds, and we're going door to door, spreading the word, and taking up a voluntary collection. Sam, you can't just become a bishop. Spuds, watch me. Joe's gonna be my assistant. We'll go full clergy cosplay. Joe Camel, oh great, I get to play the nun. Again. Bill, didn't that end with a restraining order? Joe, she was into it, just not the ending. Kathy, from the corner, barefoot, filing her nails. This is going to end in tears, fire, or both. Carmel Bunny, lounging beside her, sipping a cocktail. Ooh, fire sounds hot. Sunshine, birds, a surreal piece. Spuds, now in a stolen bishop's mitre, oversized robes, and a fake beard made from cotton wool, walks door to door. Joe Camel is dressed as a nun, black habit, wimple, but wearing black lace lingerie tights underneath. He walks with exaggerated hip sways. Spuds, bellowing at a door. Peace be upon this household. I am Bishop Spuds III, of the Diocese of Holy Hustle. Door opens. An elderly lady peers out, clutching a cat. Elderly lady, oh, a bishop. How wonderful. Is this about the bingo? Spuds, fake solemn tone. No, dear soul. This is about eternal salvation, and optional tithing. Joe, whispering, mate, you're mixing up Pentecostal with Presbyterian. Spuds, shut it Sister Joe. I'm channeling divine inspiration. You see, the Lord has shown me a vision. Your toaster is possessed. It burns bread as a sign of protest against capitalism. Elderly lady, it's always been a bit temperamental. Spuds, exactly. But for a small donation, say, £10, I can perform an exorcism via prayer, or smacking it with a hymn book. She hands over a tenner. Spuds, thank you. You've been blessed. And Sister Joe here will give you a holy hug. Joe steps forward, arms wide. The lady recoils. Elderly lady. Is she wearing fishnets? Joe. It's part of the new ecumenical reforms. Spuds. Progressive nun energy. They move to the next house. Trip. The skeleton is raking leaves. Spuds. Ah, a man of the soil. Do you accept the teachings of Zeus? Trip. Zeus, mate. Spuds. Same difference. Thunder god. Big beard. Likes virgins? Joe. That's more Odin. Spuds. Silence. I am feeling inspired. Give a donation, and we'll bless your rake. It's clearly demon possessed. Look at the shape. Trip. It's a rake. Spuds. Exactly. Too phallic. Trip hands over £5 just to get rid of them. Joe. Why Zeus? Spuds. Look, I'm winging it. Religion's all made up anyway. Except for Scientology. That one's expensive. They approach a house with solar panels and a peace and justice flag. Spuds. Ah, New Age fools. Easy marks. They knock. Door opens. 3 grim-faced nuns in traditional habits. Glaring. One holds a spray bottle.
Nun Erster.
You are not a bishop. Spuds. And you're not the fashion police. But here we are.
Nun Zweiter.
We saw you at the co-op trying to bless a microwave meal with holy water. Spuds. It needed it. Beef in gravy. That's not food. That's a cry for help.
Nun Dritter.
You mock the Lord our Savior on your doorstep. Spuds. No. I said he'd look better with a beard. Which he would. The lead nun pulls out a can labeled holy anger. Pepper spray.
Nun Erster.
Repent. She sprays. Spuds and Joe leap back. Howling. Eyes burning. Spuds. Ah. My eyes. I see the light. And IT's murdering me. Joe. I'm blind. And I still look good. They stumble away. Coughing. Trailing holy smoke and pepper. Spuds and Joe sit at the bar. Eyes red. Faces swollen. Daniel soaks cloths in milk. Super Ted fans them with a menu. Jet sips a pint. Smirking. Jet. Told you nuns don't mess around. They've got centuries of suppressed rage. Spuds. They violated my First Amendment rights. Daniel. You're in England. Spuds. Spuds. Even better. Human Rights Act 1998. Cavi. You dressed Joe as a nun. Claimed Zeus was Christ's cousin. And tried to bless a microwave lasagna. You're lucky they didn't exorcise your soul. Joe. I still feel holy. And horny. Those nuns had presence. Toad. Maybe door-to-door proselytizing isn't the future. Super Ted. Maybe you should stop pretending to be religious. Spuds. Never. I've got a new plan. Joe. Oh no. Spuds. We put on a nativity play. Silence. Bill. A what? Spuds. The big one. The birth of the baby Jesus. We do it right here. Get the Jesus freaks in. Charge a donation to preserve the spiritual heritage. Daniel. You mean con people again? Spuds. Same thing. But with pageantry. Sam. I suppose it's better than holy hawking. Cavi. Who's playing who? Spuds. I'm Joseph. Obviously. Strong. Rugged. Emotionally distant. Cavi. And I suppose I'm Mary. Spuds. Yes. You're young. Beautiful. And, importantly, a virgin. Cavi. I am a virgin. Emotionally. Spuds. Even better. You're ready for divine conception. Or a quick shag behind the manger. He waggles his eyebrows. Cavi smacks him with her sandal. Cavi. Touch me and you'll be praying for a prostate. Spuds. Fine. Chaste Joseph it is. Jet. Who's Jesus? Spuds. Pulls out a baby doll with a glued-on photo of Phil Collins' face. Behold. The Son of God. And also in the air tonight. Everyone stares. Godfrey. That's not the Christ child. That's a taxidermy nightmare. Super Ted. Why Phil Collins? Spuds. He's got that haunted look. You know. Born into pain. Also, I found the photo in a charity shop and it was 50p. Joe. I'm in. Trip. Can I be a wise man? Spuds. Only if you bring gifts. Gold. Frankincense. Or weed. Trip. I've got sour Skittles and a vape. Jet. I'll handle set design. But no straw. I'm not allergic to that level of dumb. Svrandkaz. Entering. Grunting. I am Svrandkaz. I hear there is battle. Spuds. Better. You're the innkeeper. Svrandkaz. I kill innkeeper. Spuds. Only metaphorically. Say no room. Stomp off. Very dramatic. Sfrandkaz. Nod solemnly. I reject Holy Family. For sport. Toad. I'll play the donkey. Godfrey. Excuse me, Toad. Don't be jealous. Old chapter. It's symbolic. Godfrey. It's discrimination. Sam. Alright. Let's just get this over with before someone gets arrested again. The pub has been transformed. A manger made of crates and old curtains. A plastic sheep wearing a party hat. The Phil Collins baby lies in the makeshift crib, one eye slightly askew. Spuds wears a fake beard and a dish towel over his head. Cavi glares from the manger, barefoot as always. Sfrandkaz looms over the door, grunting. Enter a group of eager devout Christians, clutching Bibles, humming hymns. Daniel mans the donation bucket. Daniel, welcome £3 per person. Proceeds go to spiritual upkeep. Christian 1. Bless you, brother. The music starts. A kazoo rendition of Silent Night. Spuds. As Joseph. Booming voice. Hark. We seek shelter for my bride and the unborn son of God. Sfrandkaz. Thunderous. No room. Only one bed. I use for wrestling goat. Spuds. But sir, she's about to give birth. Sfrandkaz. Then time her like Olympic event. Gasps from the crowd. Pat covers his ears. Pat. This is worse than that time Toad tried to preach at the zoo. Toad. I was speaking to the monkeys in tongues. They understood. Spuds. Desperate. Please. Kind sir. For the love of Allah. Sfrandkaz. Pauses. Muslim. Different rules. You may stable, but no loud prayers. Goat sleeps. Spuds and Kathy move to the manger. The Phil Collins baby is placed in her arms. Daniel quietly. Why does Jesus look like he's about to cry a drum solo? Jet. Artistic interpretation. Spuds. Kneeling dramatically. Behold. The miracle of divine birth. Praise be to God. The flying spaghetti monster. Carmel to Kathy. This is the most chaotic pantomime I've ever seen. I love it. Kathy. I'm just waiting for him to try to molest me again. Spuds. Suddenly whispering. You know, Mary, you don't have to stay a virgin. Kathy. Joseph. If you touch me, I'll make you a eunuch with a nail file. Spuds. Worth a try. I'm feeling spiritually frisky. The Christians are weeping. One is recording on her phone. Christian 2. It's so moving. The innkeepers struggle with goat intimacy. The baby's haunting gaze. Truly divine. Trip. As third wise man. Stepping forward with a vape. I bring. Herbal relief. He hands it to Kathy, who takes a puff. Coughs. Kathy. This isn't frankincense. Trip. It's better. It's CBD. The door bursts open. Enter Father Cana, now in full priestly rage. Jaw pulsing. Eyes wild. Father Cana. What in the name of all that is hallowed is this abomination? Silence. The kazoo cuts out mid-note. Father Cana. You've got a baby with Phil Collins' face. A gummy bear innkeeper. And Joseph is trying to seduce Mary. Again. Spuds. It's method acting. Father Cana. And you've been conning people. I've been to the houses. They gave you money thinking you were real clergy. Joe. We are real clergy. Self-appointed. Father Cana. You are not. You are a street hustler. A blasphemer. And, judging by your fashion sense, a cry for help. Daniel. He's not wrong about the fashion. Father Cana. You will return every penny. Now. Spuds. But we already spent it. On the Phil Collins print. The cotton wool beard. And Joe's nun shoes. Joe. They are Loboutins. I needed the heel for authority. Father Cana. Then you'll earn it back. Washing dishes. For free. At the rectory. Spuds. Slave labor. That's against human rights. Father Cana. I saw Father Ted. I know what to do. He raises his foot. And kicks both Spuds and Joe up the arse. Sending them stumbling forward into the manger. Spuds. My sacred cheeks. Joe. I'm bleeding holy water. Father Cana. And this is how you treat sacred things? Shame. He storms out. The Christians leave, muttering about modern heresy. The Phil Collins baby rolls off the manger and lands face down in a puddle of spilt ale. Toad. Well, that went poorly. Godfrey. I'm just glad I wasn't made to play the donkey. It would have been a step down. Super Ted. Maybe next time, we just sing. Jet. Or don't. I've seen enough trauma for one night. Daniel staring into the distance, holding a photo he doesn't remember having. Emma. Lily. I miss you. The group falls silent, looking at him. Even Spuds is quiet. Bill. Daniel, you alright? Daniel shaking head yeah, I'm fine. Just had a moment. Sam, you've been having a lot of those. Daniel, just dreams. Faded ones. He pockets the photo. The jukebox plays in the air tonight. The Phil Collins baby seems to stare at Spuds. Spuds. Stop judging me, Phil. Most have left. Daniel locks the till. Super Ted floats near the window. Super Ted. You know, Daniel, sometimes dreams aren't just dreams. Daniel, what's that supposed to mean? Super Ted, you've been here a long time. Longer than anyone. And you don't remember how you got here. Daniel pauses. Daniel, I suppose I don't. Super Ted, and the others? They accept things. Talking skeletons. Robot detectives. A camel in a leather jacket. Daniel, yeah, it's weird. Super Ted, maybe you're the dream. Daniel looks out the window. The reflection shows not his face, but a hospital room. A man in a coma. Tubes. Blinking slowly. A woman, Emma, holding a small girl, Lily, by the bed, crying. Super Ted, or maybe, you're already home, just not awake. Daniel turns. The reflection is normal again. He rubs his eyes. Daniel, I need sleep. Super Ted, or a miracle. He floats away. Daniel stares at the photo again, then slowly, gently, places it on the bar. Daniel, maybe I'll dream of them tonight. The lights dim. The Phil Collins baby's head slowly turns to face the camera. A single tear rolls down its plastic cheek.